that. Chris Perry, both guys NCAA champions, Perry with a couple of them, and of course they met in the 2014 NCAA championships. It was Chris Perry coming out your winner at that one. They split earlier in the year, and Perry got the one when it mattered the most. It was a big swim. High crotch got him up on his shoulder. And there he goes again. As I said, an on-cue thing. And Chris Perry's in on the leg. Howe's going to try to stop that. Perry going for the crack back here, trying to take those hips of Howe to the mat. Now he's got Howe kind of where he wants him. What kind of adjustments is he going to make within here? Is Howe going to try to jump over? He's going to try to catch the head. And Chris Perry will score 2 points here. He goes up on the board first within the first minute of the match.
And that's a much more difficult situation to convert in freestyle because you have to worry about giving up counter exposure. Great technique by Chris Perry. Sits that shoulder down low, coming up looking for the cradle. Howe feels the danger, bails out. Perry scores a takedown.
And while half of the world is moving up and out of Jordan Burroughs' weight class, Chris Perry says, you know what? I want to go down and take on the champ. And he came, he'd wrestled 84 back when he was 84. He's been an 86 kilo guy. Decided to make the transition down to 74 kilos. And like we said, he looks good. He looks healthy. He's moving well. And he, you know, I'm sure his goal is to take out Andrew Howe and get a crack at Jordan Burroughs.
And this is one of 2 weight classes. Kyle Snyder waits in the best of 3 championship series at 97 kilograms. Jordan Burroughs sits in the best of 3 championship here in Iowa City at 74 kilograms.
And here we go. Now it's going to be Andrew Howe gets to the leg. Perry defending has got a tight whizzer. And Perry looks like he's not going anywhere. Howe trying to figure out what to do. Catches the ankle now. And whizzing hard right into him, Chris Perry. Howe's got that knee up on himself. Perry literally looked at the ref, threw his hand up like, come on, what are we doing here? Andrew Howe coaching at the University of Oklahoma. Michael Leitner in his corner along with Sean Barnett. Chris Perry out of Oklahoma State. So the Oklahoma State thing you got going on. Chris's brother Mark in his corner alongside
Zach Esposito.
Oklahoma State assistant Zach Esposito, exactly.
And so we got a little bedlam action going on here. How about the Cowboys in the college duel really dominated that dual meet where a lot of people thought it could be close.
And now we see back in on the legs, Andrew Howe. Chest strap attempt for Chris Perry. Howe's sitting. Howe's in a good spot. He's literally...
Short time.
Perry trying to fight it. Perry trying to fight it. Perry doing a great job here. They've given nothing. Michael Leitner yelling too, and if they don't give it, I think he may throw the challenge cue. No, he won't. So Howe was in there deep, unable to convert, and that's just this competitive warrior spirit with inside Chris Perry. I think he probably hates to lose more than he likes to win.
And another thing is he knew how much time was left in the period. He knew it was short time. And the worst that's going to happen with the new 2-point takedowns recently, you're as bad off giving up the exposure as you are the takedown. So you might as well hang in there and risk the exposure that there's no consequence.
And now we see Howe pulls the head down, gets to the corner. Now he's got the leg of Perry. Perry trying to kick away. And Chris Perry somehow pulls a Houdini act and gets himself out of that. He is dead to rights.
And we've seen Kyle Dake use that also. He kicks away and he's able to get that inside elbow back through. Chris Perry kicking away, brings the right elbow back through in between as Howe tried to chase him down.
And in fact, Dake did it to Howe at the World Team Trials in Madison in that dramatic match they had, which I think was the mini tournament semifinals.
And that's our first passivity call of the bout. It goes against Perry. 2:12 on the restart. You got to think that those aren't going to come into play.
Once again, Andrew Howe's been in deep 3, maybe 4 times, has not been able to score. Chris Perry's defense really got to be giving him fits. Now, Howe's got that leg all the way up in the air, and he's just going to work for the push out.
Oh, and a caution and one offered by the official.
And they are going to go caution
Oh,
to
they
one,
did
fleeing the
confirm
hold.
it by the chair.
And I don't know that he was fleeing the hold. I just don't know that Perry was trying his hardest to defend that, understanding, hey, I'd rather give up 1 than 2 and still maintain the lead. So 1:40 to go, and Howe continuing to come forward. He's going to get 2, and he puts Perry on his butt. Now Howe with the outright lead, 3-2 on the scoreboard, and 1:35 to go.
And now this is a situation where that caution could come into play. If Perry picks up a step out, they both have a 2-point maneuver. They both have a 1. The caution against Perry is going to be the criteria advantage where normally he would have the last point scored.
1:15 to go, and let's see what kind of offense Chris Perry's going to put together here. A good fake and then a go might be what he needs. But he'd have to sell the fake, and mind you this, know that Andrew Howe's going to clutch his hand on the back of Chris Perry's neck for the next 56 seconds if possible. Pulling on it, pulling on it, pulling on it. Underhook on the right side. .45 to go. Perry tries to go misdirection, and it's going to be a counterattack by Howe, but it's going to be Perry getting back in on Howe's leg. Can Perry find a way to get through these ankles?
And he spun out. I thought he was going to reach for far ankle. He went with the near one. He was looking to pass.
Yeah, he was trying to pass without exposing his own back. Fires off a shot to Perry. Howe defends. Underhook on the right side. Clutches the back of the head on the left. Perry clears. He's got about 1 to 2 more solid attempts left. And there was a fake. 10 seconds to go. Andrew Howe, just a position machine. And that'll do it, 3-2. And there you go, Andrew Howe, 3-2 over Chris Perry at 74 kilos. He gets one back. And don't be surprised to see these two meet at the Olympic trials to see who gets to wrestle Jordan Burroughs.
And we are in Las Vegas. They're known for their big-time